All right, folks. So we got here a retake version of the system of equations quiz, and I really want to make sure that everybody knows how to do these problems. It is really these are things that we've worked on a lot, and now we're just bringing a couple skills together. But each of the skills are things that you have seen dozens, if not hundreds of times this school year already. So you need to write down notes. You need to follow those notes. And above all, you need to practice. It just takes practice. So the first one, we're solving by graphing. And solving by graphing just means draw the graphs and see where they cross over. First one says y equals mx plus b. And so when it's y equals mx plus b, you start at the b, and then you use the m to draw your slope. So when I look at y equals 1/4 x minus 4, I start down here at minus 4, and I count up 1 and over 4. I count up 1 and over 4. This red line is y equals 1/4 x minus 4. Every single dot on that line is a solution to the equation y equals 1/4 x minus 4. Now I'm going to switch to drawing the other line. The other line is y equals negative 1/2 x minus 1. So I start here at y equals negative 1, and I go down 1 and over 2. Why did I go down? Because it's a negative slope. Y values go up when they're positive. Y values go down when they're negative. Negative slopes go down. So I am going down and to the right with the blue line, and I'm crossing over the red line. And the two lines cross at the point where x equals 4 and y equals negative 3. It is absolutely essential that you know how to graph a y equals mx plus b line. I have made many videos, many answer keys, and provided many opportunities to practice this. You need to learn how to do it. The second problem, we're going to make a table and check our answer by graphing. And when you make a table, you are just plugging in, you are substituting the x value. When x is negative 1, y is negative 3 times x plus 4. So just do it. Do the math. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. Positive 3 plus 4 is 7. Next, x equals 0. Negative 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 4 is 4. That's the y-intercept. Next, x is 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 4 is 1. Negative 3 times the next x value is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Negative 3 times the next x value is negative 9, and negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. Of course, there is a shortcut. You should notice that the y values are decreasing by 3, and you should notice that that is because the slope is negative 3. The other equation is a positive 3 slope, and I'm going to use the shortcut here. The y-intercept of negative 2 matches up with x equals 0, and I can add 3 to it to obtain the next values. If I'm working backwards, I'm subtracting 3. What you should notice is that there is a single place in the table where my two equations have the same y value. The two equations have the same y value when x is equal to 1. That is my solution, 1, 1. The solution is a point on the graph. The solution is also equivalently numbers that make both equations true. I'm going to very quickly just graph these because we've practiced this many times. Y equals 4 is the first point for the black graph, and then it drops by 3, and then it drops by 3. So it is a line going down and to the right like that. The purple graph starts at y equals negative 2 and increases by 3. And you can see that the two, that last line was bad. You can see that the two lines cross over at the point where x equals 1 and y equals 1. Okay, moving on to the next part of the quiz where we switch from graphs and tables to doing things algebraically. What we're always doing with substitution is taking one version of a letter and substituting it into the other equation. So I have 2x minus 3 times y. And we know that y equals x minus 1. So I replace the letter y with x minus 1. Whenever you have things next to each other, it implies multiplication. So I'm multiplying negative 3 times x. I'm multiplying negative 3 times negative 1. Now you have 2x minus 3x, and that makes negative 1x. We're almost done. Subtract 3. So you have negative 1x equals negative 4, and divide by negative 1, giving me x is equal to positive 4. The y value is x minus 1. So we do 4 minus 1, and we get y is equal to 3. The solution is 4, 3. Moving along to number 4. We substitute one y value for the other y value. That tells me that 6x is equal to 5x plus 7. Subtract 5x from both sides, and you get x equals 7. Substitute that in to y equals 6x, and you get y equals 42. That tells me my solution is the point 7, 42. Moving on to the word problem, where you have apples and oranges, and each sentence basically tells you an equation. 750 is 5 apples and 5 oranges. So 750 is 5x plus 5y. Make sure you tell me that x stands for the cost of an apple and that y stands for the cost of an orange. The next sentence says each apple costs 50 cents more than an orange. Each apple costs 50 cents more than an orange. Oops, I forgot to put the point on there. It's not $50 more, it's 50 cents more. So we need to make sure that you get the decimal point on there. Now we're going to substitute x equals 0.50 plus y. Substitute it for the letter x in the other equation. So now I have 750 equals 5 times 50 cents more than an orange plus 5 oranges. Then, just like before, a number touching parentheses implies multiplication. So we have 2.50 plus 5y plus another 5y equals $7.50. Combine your like terms to get 750 equals 250 plus 10y. Subtract 250 from both sides to get 5 equals 10y. And divide by 10 to get 0.5 equals y. Finally, go back over to where it says x equals, and you know that x equals 50 cents more than what y equals. So x is $1. So what we know now is that our solution is 1, 0.5. In other words, x is the cost of an apple and y is the cost of an orange. You can say apples cost $1, oranges cost 50 cents. There you go. There's the quiz. That's halfway through the unit. You need to know how to do these problems in order to keep moving. And I really want you to think about how each of these problems builds on the skills that we've been practicing together for months. Please ask for help. Please come to tutoring. Please practice these skills until you can do them all.